Stay tuned and let's take a look at this Marvel Legends Crimson Dynamo Wave Winter Soldier. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today we continue looking at this Crimson Dynamo Wave, aka the Black Widow movie wave, and we've got another comic character in tow, this time Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier. Apparently a figure that a lot of people wanted a redo of in comic form, and now we have got one. He even comes with a couple of weapons in the box and then a Crimson Dynamo head, of course. On the side we're getting some graphic design artwork for Bucky, and then on the back that continues with a little write-up that reads, Winter Soldier is a fierce combatant and an asset in battle no matter which team he fights for. And then as always, you get a list of all the figures in this wave you need to complete the Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure. Today we're reviewing Winter Soldier. So it sort of makes sense to have this guy in a Black Widow wave. I'm not mad about it at all. So without further ado, let's get him open. So here we have the Winter Soldier out of packaging, and again, another character that I needed in comic form for my collection. I know there's been a few in the past, but I was yet to get one, and this is probably the best out of them all anyway. They always are when they re-release these figures. Why would they re-release them and they not be as good? But yeah, this guy looks good. Clearly Bucky Barnes. He's got the shield there on his shoulder, which shows that this is when Bucky Barnes was a good guy, when he was an ally of Captain America, when he's starting to remember not necessarily the Soviet Union trained Winter Soldier. If that was the case, he would just have the red star. So he comes with a couple of guns, as he should, and then also the head for the Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure. So you know what to do. Come back, subscribe to the channel, as we will be building and reviewing the Crimson Dynamo once we've finished with this wave. There's only one more left after this, I think. But yes, Bucky Barnes, looking good. Lots of tactical gear attached to him, which I will get into in more detail in a minute, because it's one of my pet peeves with Marvel Legends. And he also has these guns. So let's zoom in. Have a look. So taking a closer look, I actually do like the face sculpt. We could have got Bucky with short hair, long hair. He's had a few different hairstyles in the comics, this guy, but I'm fine with the long hair. The mask is actually sculpted on as well. It's not just painted, it is sculpted on, and they've done a decent job with that. And then the rest of it is very much what we would think of when we think of what did the Winter Soldier wear. We've got all this military gear on, and this chest piece actually very cleverly hides the ab crunch, but it also hinders it a little bit as well. But there is an ab crunch underneath his sort of pouches there. The harness on the chest is a different colour to the belt and round the thigh for some reason. I don't know if that was done on purpose or not. But again, the belt around the harness, the belt around the waist, sorry, has some grenades. I'm fine with some grenades being sculpted. Oh, what's that? A sculpted gun. Let me just take... that is so frustrating, Hasbro. Why give us a gun that we can't holster? We've just had a couple of Marvel Legends that have working holsters with Crossbones and Black Widow, and then in the same wave you go backwards and reverse technology give us a sculpted gun. Very frustrating. I can live with all the sculpted ammo and fake knives and all these pouches and the ammo on the leg here, but the sculpted gun is hard to forgive. But while we're talking about guns, as I said, he does come with two guns. One just normal pistol, I'm sure we've seen this a million times before, and then this grenade launcher, which I'm sure, well, it's not a grenade launcher, it's some sort of rifle, a grenade launcher. I have no idea. It's a gun. It looks like something Punisher would have, and it's probably something we've already had from Punisher in Marvel Legends form as well. And Bucky will hold them. He has two trigger finger hands with his normal hand and his metal hand, of course. And the plastic is soft enough so I can squeeze them in without any real issues at all. So there you go, he's holding both his guns, easy peasy. I'm sure a lot of this figure, especially from the waist down, is reuse. These are just tactical trousers and some army boots in the blue. But he looks very good. It looks like Bucky Barnes should do in comic form, to be fair. So I am very happy with it. As I said, I'm a little bit biased because I needed a comic version of Bucky Barnes for my shelf. So I will take this one gladly. Before we get into some comparisons, I did want to say that he will hold the gun with two hands, not a problem. And then I've very cleverly harnessed his pistol on his back. Right there, it actually just slides in. So you can actually harness the pistol on his back if you wanted to display him with all of his accessories, which I like to do when possible. So yeah, that is an option for you. And looking at this again, maybe the arm could have been a little bit more chromy. Or have a bit of black wash in there maybe to highlight all the lines and the sculpt. But overall, very solid figure. Here we have Bucky with his best friend, Captain America, Onslaught, and then the 80th year anniversary. And to be fair, I think he works with both, but I definitely think he works best with this 80 years anniversary cap. I do think those two standing together look great. Here we have him compared to two other comic characters that are related to this wave, sort of, with Taskmaster and Red Guardian. Here he is compared to the only other comic book character I've reviewed in this wave so far, Crossbones. So if you want to see a full review of Crossbones, go and check out the channel right now. And again, these guys look great together, but Crossbones is a hell of a lot taller. And here he is compared to all of the MCU figures in this wave, and I have full reviews of all of these on the channel right now. Go and check out the videos tab. And then lastly, here he is compared to a picture of my good friend in Parallel Universe. So final thoughts are, I like this figure, but I'm a little bit biased as I was yet to have a Winter Soldier in my collection, but I'm very happy I do now. The only small gripe I have is that molded gun, but again, I can let that slide, but I'm glad at least I found a place to harness and hold his other accessories. Again, the only small gripe would maybe an interchangeable head with the different hairstyle, but again, if I'm only going to get one, I'm glad it was the longer hair, as that's my mind's eye of the Winter Soldier. But you let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, do you think this is the best Marvel Legends Winter Soldier we have so far? Always curious to hear your thoughts, and if you want to see all the other reviews on the channel, go and check out the videos tab. But most importantly, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much, and as always, people, my name is Dan W, and I shall see you on the next one.